new one on there. Hi guys, it's Andrew from Eastonmade Wood Splitter saying welcome back to the Eastonmade channel. I am going to take you folks on one hell of a firewood delivery today. I am going to take you guys to Folger. This is on the K&P trail. This is literally the middle of nowhere. This is Canadian wilderness ruggedness at its finest. This is a fun trip, and I've learned as I've gotten older, everybody has a paradise. Everybody has somewhere that is very sentimental to them. They want to go back to it. They love it. They get that euphoric feeling from. Folger is that to me. This is my paradise. I spent a lot of time in Folger as a young boy. My mother lives there now. It is, again, it's the middle of nowhere. When you guys see the video here, you'll understand. But I spent a lot of time there. That's where my grandparents lived. And for me, it is a simpler place and time. It is a spot where nothing, if anybody knows my grandfather, nothing runs in a hurry. You may as well throw the watch or clock right out the window. It doesn't matter. That's the way my grandfather lived his life. He still lives his life that way. The man's turning 100 years old next month. He's still alive and well. My grandmother is still alive and well. They no longer live in Folger. They lived there for, I'm gonna say 70 years full time. Pretty close to that. I would, if I were gonna take a guess at it, it'd be in around there. And again, this is a very special spot to me because I spent so much time there as a kid. And when I was a kid, I don't know how my grandparents didn't worry sick about me. I'd hop on my dirt bike and I'd hop on in the morning. The only time they'd see me was when I came back for fuel. And this is a place where you can go for miles and miles and miles and miles and not ever see anybody. It's a really, really special place. It is along the K&P trail. It used to be the Kingston Pembroke Railroad. This was a significant piece of infrastructure in its day. This along the route, lots of lumber, lots of pulp, lots of iron ore, lots of minerals coming from Kingston to Pembroke. Or Pembroke to Kingston, one way or the other. And the significance of this, if you look at where this is more or less the northern route into Kingston. And Kingston, in terms of a Canadian city, is very, it's very, very important strategically where it is along the 401 between Ottawa and Kingston, between Montreal and Kingston, or Montreal and Toronto, Ottawa and Toronto. It's a very, very important spot, and it connects the north. And I say the north, that's really not that far north. Pembroke's not that far north, but it connects that part of Ontario to the St. Lawrence Seaway. And that's why the K&P Railroad was so historically significant in terms of infrastructure. And like I said, Folger is in the middle of it. It is literally, it's a ghost town now. The only person who lives there is my mother. So there's really nothing in Folger. When I was a kid, there was no telephone here. There was nothing here, guys. It was literally when I grew up there was no such thing as a telephone in Folger. If you want to get a hold of somebody, you got on the CB and you radioed Levant Station or Flower Station or somewhere around there, and you'll notice that everything's called station up there because that's what they were. That was where the railroad station was. So it's a really cool spot, guys. Like I said, it's got a lot of sentimental value to me, and it's somewhere that the ruggedness of the country and the lack of people Like literally, it's a lot busier now that people have side-by-sides, ATVs, stuff like that. When I was a kid, you didn't see nobody. My grandfather, I don't know if he came to town half a dozen times a year, 5 times a year, I think that'd be all Norm went to town, honestly. And in the community up there it's so different than anywhere else that I've been. It's so tight-knit, it's so accommodating for whoever is there. Everybody's so friendly. It's a different way of life, and it's hard to explain it unless you've experienced it. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the truck. I have to go back home. I'm gonna wait for Stacy to get home. I'm gonna grab the boys. We're gonna bring Mom up some Chinese food. She's just got out of the hospital there. She wasn't feeling well, so she's feeling better now. Doctor's got her all fixed up, so we're gonna go see her. We didn't get a chance to see her this weekend in the hospital, so we're gonna go up and deliver this load of wood and see how Mom's doing. I'm sure she's doing well. But come along, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna try and catch as many of the little spots along the way that I can, because again, it is really, really cool part of the country, and it's very, very rugged. You're a long ways from any kind of significant settlement there. There's a couple of small hamlets, I guess, little communities along the way, but there's not very much there, and it's really cool that I get to enjoy it as much as I do and get to spend as much time there. When I was a kid, I spent almost every summer there with my grandfather. If I wasn't on my dirt bike, we were fishing. If we weren't fishing, we were playing pool. There was an old house out there. We played pool in the basement of Twitty's or Scotty's camp for hours. Me and Grandpa. Grandpa's really, really good at pool. If he came to town, that's where he was going. He was coming to town to play pool. So, anyways, guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna hop on the truck. I'll take you fine folks to Folger for the tour. Well, guys, you're excited to go to Grammy's or what?
Yay!
what I have to live with. She sure is pretty. Sure is pretty. Prettiest girl in the world, I promise. Love that gal. The viewers are gonna love that. That's funny. That was hilarious, Stacy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully landed in paradise. I spent an awful lot of time up here as a kid, and you can see there's a lot of wilderness up here. There's not a whole lot of people around. There's a house there that is, it's for sale right now. Nobody's lived in it for years. Grandpa's barn's down over here, and then there's a cabin over on this one side here. An old house that's torn down, but this is paradise, guys. This is where Mom lives. It's way up here in the middle of nowhere. We'll go make sure Mom's doing all right. I'm gonna grab the Chinese food. Actually, grab that. Old kids have already got it. But we'll head in. We'll see Mom. I'm gonna get this load of wood dumped, but like I said, guys, I just wanted to bring you guys for a trip to paradise with me, to show you what it's all about, because this is the nicest place in the entire wide world to me. Anyways, this place is absolutely gorgeous. Remember when Grandpa planted these maples here? It was a long time ago. There's lots of hummingbirds. I'll see if I can't get a clip with the hummingbirds. This is the top of the hill. That's used to be sledding down that hill. Used to be a lot more cleared out than that. But this is a beautiful, beautiful spot. And see, looking at the veranda here, there's my lovely wife. So pretty. Grandpa's got a wonderful spot in here. You can look out over the whole property here. Anyways, guys, like the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Take care. Got, pal?
A snake.
Kind of a snake, is he?
Gardener.
A garter snake, eh? He's just a little guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cool, eh?
Yeah. It's right in this book.
In Grammy's hostas. He's a pretty friendly snake, wasn't he?
Yeah. I can't see him anymore.
He blends in and hides pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I just seen him come across the garden.
Can you see him?
I can't see him. I see him right under there. See him? He's right in there.
Oh yeah, I see him. That's his head.
See him in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave him alone.
He's a cute guy.
He's pretty cute. That's almost enough to make the man's mind melt right there.